Welcome to Biztech's Trade Conversation Show. Today, the conversation is about the direct selling industry in Malaysia. Now, we talked to the Direct Selling Association of Malaysia, which was established in 1978 as a national trade association aimed at promoting the direct selling industry on both a national level as well as international, as well as acting as the de facto voice for the industry. Now, I'm Brian Fernandez, and our guest today is Datuk Tan, President of the Direct Selling Association of Malaysia. Datuk CG, welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting, Brian.
Now, CG, for a start, could you give us an overview of the industry as well as the Direct Selling Association and its history?
Sure. The industry, like you said, the association was founded in 1978. And we have now over 126 member companies. Majority of the international companies and the larger local public listed direct selling companies are our members. The industry in 2020 is 21.5 billion ringgit we contribute to the economy. And our members contribute more than half of those sales in the industry, with over 4 million distributors throughout the whole country in Malaysia. We work very closely with the Ministry of Domestic Trade, and we are affiliated with the World Federation of Direct Selling Association. And we are very proud to say that Malaysia is ranked 7th in the world among all the direct selling companies in the world in terms of revenue. And we are 4th in Asia Pacific.
And I'm going to come back to you on that, the 4th in Asia Pacific and 7th in the world, and why Malaysia is a very fertile market. But before that, can you explain the difference, which I think many of our audience are confused about, in terms of direct selling, network marketing, and multi-level marketing?
Very good question, Brian. Yeah, direct selling started, well, maybe 100 years ago, when the selling method is used to sell a product through word of mouth, and cutting out the middleman and the people who sold, the agents, the distributors, get a commission from the sales of these products, and that's direct sales. And then as it evolved, then came single level, multi-level, mail orders. These all fall under direct sales, and basically direct sales meaning the seller, the owner of the product, the manufacturer sells directly to the consumer. So to answer your question, network marketing is actually a marketing system where people create sales through a network of friends, through a network of their distributors, through a network of their sellers, and it encompasses network marketing covers everything under direct sales. It can, in fact, even now, when people share news about a good movie, that's part of network marketing, if you will. So coming back to the different types of direct sales, single level is where someone sells a product and recommends to person A, and person A recommends it to person B. The seller gets an overriding commission only at the first level.
Okay.
Multi-level, there is a different, like the word says, it goes different into many layers. You can sell a product, and we encourage you to develop your network. And then when you build your network, you get an overriding over the different levels, as well as a business within your network. So that's many layers of payouts, and that's why it's called multi-level. So the marketing plan for a single level marketing company and a multi-level marketing company is definitely a lot more different, a lot more complex, and a lot more rewarding. And that's why, you know, when someone mentions direct sales, it can be a company that sells product directly to a consumer, and it can be a single level marketing company, it can be multi-level marketing company. And in the modern world, when people talk about direct sales, they like to associate it with network marketing. And network marketing is just a system of people selling through friends, through a network that they have built up.
Now, this is where the tricky bit comes in, and that's where the industry has gotten a bad name. A lot of illegal schemes or pyramid schemes mask themselves as direct selling schemes, but actually they are Ponzi schemes. How do we distinguish between legal and illegal schemes like Ponzi schemes?
Well, first of all, it is the other way around. These illegal schemes, investment schemes, or Ponzi schemes, they hijacked and use similar methods through word of mouth to snowball people to join their company through devious means, through lucrative returns that are not practical. So direct selling has been used by this company to generate, to cheat people, right? So basically, how do we differentiate? Now, Malaysia, we are very lucky because we are one of the earliest countries in the world to have a direct sales act, the Akta Jualan Langsung, that protects the consumer. So to differentiate between a direct selling company and an illegal scheme, first of all, a distributor, okay, I wouldn't say an investor, a distributor, someone who's interested in that scheme, must request the company to show them a direct sales license. The Ministry of Domestic Trade in Malaysia is the one that regulates the direct selling industry. They issue the licenses, and a licensed direct selling company is one that is chances, it's almost 100% that they are legitimate. That's number one, making sure that there is a direct sales license that is issued to the company. Number two, the joining fee, usually for a legitimate direct selling company, is very minimal. One of the advantages of direct selling is that the entry level into the business is extremely low. We don't require people to invest in the thousands to come in to join the company. And I think there is a requirement from the ministry that a joining fee cannot be more than 160 ringgit.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the key ingredient in the Direct Selling Act is that there must be money back guarantee. Any products that a direct selling company sells, if you're not happy, if you're not satisfied, there must be a money back guarantee to return the products. And that is tied very closely to the third requirement, which is there must be a 10 days cooling off period. For someone who joined a direct selling company, after 10 days, you felt that this product's not for me, I don't like to get involved into this business, I want to quit, return the money back to me. So these are the three key things that the Direct Selling Act protects the consumers, that the people can ensure that they are not being cheated by any legitimate direct selling company. So for anyone who is not sure whether you are joining a legitimate direct selling company or not, these are the three key points that one can ask the company to show proof, yeah, that they are genuine.
Okay, that's really good. So some of the things that we then therefore need to do is got to be licensed. You got to also, I suppose the caveat should always also be, if it sounds, the payout sounds too good to be true, it's probably an illegal scheme. You probably have to check that. The other thing I think, Dato' CG, we've got to look at also is Bank Negara has a watch list as well of companies, correct? So that's another way that we can also do checks to ensure that we are being involved in a a
legitimate, yes, legitimate company. And for experienced people, generally a direct sales product is one that is not easily substituted outside, meaning there is technology put into the research on the product, and it is indeed a very unique product that is value for money, meaning its efficacy and its effectiveness is normally it's cutting edge and it's proven.
Now, I want to take a zoom out a little bit, CG, and take a look at the overall industry itself. How was the industry doing pre-pandemic, and how is it now doing post-pandemic?
Pre-pandemic in 2019, the industry was doing about 18 billion. And what happened during the pandemic? A series of things happened. All right. Firstly, when the pandemic hit, people realized the importance of health, and more than 42% of the direct sales industry in Malaysia are in the wellness category. So when people started falling sick, they wanted to boost their immune system, they wanted to increase their body health, they started consuming more direct sales health products. At the same time, when people were locked at home, some lost their jobs, some had their salaries cut, they realized that through direct sales, I can sell a product to my friend, my circle of friends, and at the same time, I can earn a commission. So these are the two key drivers that caused the pre-pandemic sales to increase by 20% in 2020. And
so
it continued to grow.
Few industries that basically skyrocketed because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, we don't wish to have a pandemic happen to any country, right? But the positive side of that pandemic caused the industry to grow, and companies that had strong back end and digitization program that were set up before the pandemic, they tend to do better.
And that's something I want to talk about as well, CG, because the industry has evolved a lot in the last 10 to 15 years as well. Not only in Asia, but internationally. Technology has played a key role in terms of, as you said, I think you used the word earlier in the interview, becoming cutting edge. Could you kind of walk us through some of the key milestones of how you're evolved over the last 15 years or so?
Yeah. So first of all, I like to say that technology is here to stay, and we need to embrace the technology, and we need to move with the times. So companies that have that program in place, they would have taken off better during the pandemic, taken benefits of that technology to help them increase their sales. Pre-pandemic, we all know that the internet technology has been around for how many, like 20, 30 years, right? And we have progressed, but our distributors, many distributors, as they move, the milestone for them is when social media became more popular. They realized that, hey, in the past where I need to use the phone to call a customer and to arrange meetings with them, to help ferry them to come to the company to do presentations, they realized that with technology, they don't have to do that as much. They manage to save time, they save cost, and just through a social media like Facebook Live or with TikTok technology, they're able to reach out and send a lot of information on product, on the business, to their customers and through their friends as well. So all of a sudden, with technology, people are able to reach out to a lot more people. They are able to understand and realize the potential and of the business going global.
And also one of the things that you also mentioned earlier, the companies that were ready at the back end did much better, because essentially they were already ready to deliver to the doorstep. They didn't, the distributors didn't have to go to the service centers and so forth and hang around and wait for product.
Yes, yes. So direct sales is a lot about building relationships. It's about person to person, and with the technology, people make use of the technology to reach out to their customers, door-to-door delivery. There are still some people who, despite the efficiency of that technology, felt that I still need to have that personal touch. People still wanted to see a genuine human being in front of them before they buy a product, before they join a business. So coming back to your question, people realize also that with that technology, that the logistics has to jive in as together.
Yeah.
And in our country, we have also seen during the pandemic how the delivery, the logistics company have also experienced a good business, and through all these super apps that you can see from Grab and whatever you have, Lala Move, these companies tend to do better when their back end, when their apps, when their mobile apps are more efficient, when it's all set up, when it's tried and tested.
Now, Dato' CJ, Malaysia has historically been a very good place for MNCs, say the multi-level companies and direct selling companies, especially coming out of the US. They want to come to Asia. They used to come and test their products and marketing plans and all that in Malaysia, because we have a multicultural environment, and also then they can use it as a base to expand, because we have Indian, we have Chinese, so basically you have the networks. Is that still the case today? Because as you said, we are the #7 in the world and #4 in Asia Pacific in terms of market size.
Yeah, Malaysia is a very unique a country, like you said, different races. Usually they would come to Malaysia to test how effective the marketing plan is, because Malaysians are very entrepreneurial. And like you said, the Malays, the Indians, the Chinese, and they have friends back in their whatever home-based countries, in India, in China, in Indonesia. But to test the true effectiveness of their product, whether their product can be easily acceptable, whether their products really meet the criteria, those standards. Direct selling company, multinationals generally would like to try their products in North Asia, in Japan, in Taiwan.
Why is that?
Well, the purchasing power in those countries are higher. The consumers there are more discerning. For example, in Japan, they have an aging population, and that population there is very conscious about their health, and the products that do well in these countries generally would be accepted in many other countries. But to test whether the marketing plan is something that the market can accept, hey, Malaysia is the place, because we have a lot of entrepreneurial people who like to, test different marketing plans to see what makes them, a better income.
And can I ask you then, one thing which strikes me then, because we're such a fertile ground, you will be able to spot trends. What are the key trends in the direct selling industry right now that you can foresee moving forward? We've had a big change now, disruption in terms of the pandemic, but what are the trends that you see in terms of product, in terms of opportunities, in terms of the trends, in terms of people being involved in the industry?
Yeah. The biggest trend that will impact the industry is the internet. where people in the past would travel long distances to share products, to share the business opportunities with friends or their referrals. Now everything can be done online. And while I say we need to embrace technology, it is a double-edged sword. Why do I say that? Because as you know, many people now with e-commerce platforms, they place products on there, they can start a business without having to invest a lot of money. They just set up a station in the e-commerce platforms and they can start a business. So direct selling is not spared from that. People are setting up stores, and we are in a way lucky also because the Direct Selling Act prohibits a non-authorized person to sell direct selling products online. With that said, that creates a better awareness for the entrepreneurial people, generally the younger set people, to see direct selling as an opportunity for an additional income. So the age group may be coming down. Majority, about 60% of the age group now in Malaysia is between the 35 to 55 range.
Okay.
The younger range is less than 20%. I see that range moving up as younger people see the opportunity in a direct selling company, direct selling marketing plan. They see that coming in, they see that opportunity. They also see that it's easy to go into the business, and mainly because of the internet, online social media. So those trends are shifting to bring in a younger group of people who are more tech savvy, who are more aware of the different types of opportunities that's available. And of course, it goes without saying, direct selling products are very unique. It is not easily available outside because of the research done by the company themselves. And when people use these products and find that it's more effective for them, they continue to use it.
CG, it's been a fascinating conversation. Any final thoughts before we end this conversation?
Yes, at the same time, I also like to inform the viewers that during the pandemic, like I said, people realize the importance of health. Please take whatever health supplements you're taking now that's helping you to look after your health. And two, if they need an opportunity, don't lose hope. Direct selling is here to provide people an opportunity to gain some income, to put food on the table, if you will. And if one finds that there's a scheme that they like to get involved in, that they find that it's quick money, please check with Direct Selling Association of Malaysia. We can provide you that information and that advice, whether the company is legitimate, whether the scheme is too good to be true. We have set up an ethics council where anyone who has been cheated of a scheme, they can write a complaint to us, and we'll help to elevate it to the authorities with our analysis and with our comments, whether that the investment is legitimate or not. So direct sales, we are evolving, embracing technology. We are moving forward, and we see the future as bright for the direct sales industry in the coming years.
Thank you very much for taking your time to share your views, Dato' CG.
Most welcome. Thank you, Brian.
Now, I'm Brian Fernandez, and I've been speaking to Datuk Tan Chong Guan, the President of the Direct Selling Association of Malaysia, on Biztech's Trade Conversation Show. This video will be on our Facebook and LinkedIn sites, as well as our website, www.biztech.asia. Please like and subscribe to our various platforms. Thank you very much for tuning in.